Paper was like gold in medieval times.
Oh, not tobacco. Sugar.
That everything we thought we knew about the world might turn out to be completely wrong.
I'm Chef Christine Cushing, and I'm determined to teach hopeless cooks how to be fearless in the kitchen. Today, I work with a young woman who uses hot sauce on everything.
Dinner's ready.
She goes from mutilating chocolate chip cookies.
What is that? I don't know.
To preparing hundreds of high-end desserts for an exclusive event.
Oh my God.
Can Carlie overcome her kitchen catastrophes?
This has to go bye-bye.
Or will it be another disaster when she tries to cook for her family and friends?
Are we nervous now?
Carlie's an assistant to a film producer. She loves eating ribs, and she's a horrible cook. Meet Carlie.
Carlie is a disastrous cook.
You don't want to be around here when she's cooking.
I have no idea what I'm doing in the kitchen.
Carlie's cooking is so bad, she needs to disguise it.
Well, the way Carlie cooks now involves a lot of hot sauce.
Hot sauce is a big favorite.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
If you add hot sauce, it can mask any flavor.
Bob, dinner's ready.
Carlie may be small, but she's a big fan of meat.
Carlie is a huge carnivore. I love meat, but I can't cook it at all.
Carlie is excellent at thawing meat.
I love ribs. Once I ate 4 racks of ribs in 1 hour, and I didn't even realize it.
Carlie is a champ when it comes to eating ribs.
Carlie's also a big fan of everything sweet.
I love ice cream. I probably eat it every single day. Christine has a lot of work ahead of her if she wants to teach me how to cook.
My plan is to use Carlie's competitive spirit to turn her into a culinary champion. If I pull it off, she'll finally be able to prepare food that her friends and family will love.
So Christine, this is my kitchen.
Wow, how beautiful it is.
Lots of eating goes on here, but not so much cooking.
So when you try to cook something, how does it go? What happens usually?
I usually just open the fridge, pick things that look like they're the right color, throw it all in a bowl. If it tastes bad, you can always add hot sauce.
Okay. All right, so let me ask you this. What would you like to learn how to cook?
I love meat. I think it would surprise everyone if I could cook a meat dish.
Okay, so meat's important for you. I get that, so I'll teach you how to cook it. I know that Carlie loves meat and things that are sweet. I'm gonna tap into that and start by focusing on the sweet. All right, so Carlie, in order for us to start on this beautiful journey of fearlessness, I gotta see you cook by yourself. So you're gonna make me a chocolate chip cookie. There are a bunch of ingredients here. You don't have to use them all.
What is all this stuff?
And remember, we both have to taste these, right?
Oh, right. That was just you.
No, definitely not just me. So let's get cracking, Carlie.
How do you feel about shells? What is this?
Carlie's method for making cookies is she has no method. She's just randomly throwing stuff in. Do-do-do. Hot sauce? No? Not this time?
Chocolate sauce, I'm guessing?
That's not chocolate sauce. It's molasses.
I wonder if I should mix maple syrup in.
That's not maple syrup. It's corn syrup.
Peanut butter, this is a safe one.
Oh, now add some peanut butter. That should save it. Not.
I'm really good at covering up things. I thought if I add as much chocolate as possible to the cookies, it will do the same job.
That's not cookie batter. That's a beige mess.
When I started putting the batter on the tray, it was coming out more of like a pancake texture. I was really hoping that the oven would work some sort of magic and make it look a little more like a cookie.
Oh my God, Carlie.
Oh, these are not cooked, I don't think.
So what do you think? What is that?
I don't know.
What is that? These cookies smell... I don't even know what the smell is. It's gross.
I'd say we have to put them back in the oven, but I don't even know if that's gonna help them.
So, all right.
And the cookie goes down, 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 down. That was like a baby bite. I need more than that to savor the flavors.
That's not even a cookie. You have to taste it. Ah, that is bad. Ah, that is nasty.
I put it out now.
Yes. Carlie's a lot of fun, but she's a terrible cook. I got a plan to get her cooking up to snuff. And the first step is to teach her how to make a phenomenal cookie. Carlie, I'm so excited because we are gonna make Carlie's old-fashioned chocolate chip cookies. And at the end, I've got a little surprise for you.
Oh, I like surprises.
This recipe has a half a cup of butter, so pop that in the mixer. We're gonna add light brown sugar. Now, Carlie, we are gonna use a fresh vanilla bean. Smell that. This is actually the pod of an orchid.
Really?
Yeah. So you just slice your vanilla bean, and I just scrape
Oh, wow.
all of that out. Now give that a smell.
I had no idea that was in there.
Can you smell that vanilla already?
Mm-hmm. It actually smells kind of like cookies.
Okay, now Carlie, we're gonna combine together the dry ingredients, which is all-purpose flour, a little bit of baking soda, some salt. So there it is, that's all we have to do.
The cookie dough on its own is amazing. I could just eat that with a glass of milk.
Now, I'm gonna add chocolate chunks.
We should try it too.
Yeah, we should definitely try that. Let's see. How's that? Is it good? Is it the right kind? Carlie, I think 350,
Okay.
12 to 14 minutes, and then we'll keep our eye on them.
Great. Smells delicious.
Look at those old-fashioned cookies. Now it's time for your surprise. What goes with cookies but ice cream? This is so awesome.
I'm just gonna scoop it.
That's the best way to go. I love that. How was that? How good was that?
It was heaven in a dish.
Really?
Yeah.
You know when something's so good, it's sick?
Yeah.
This is sick good. So we've done one of your favorites. Now I think we're gonna do another one of your favorites out of the kitchen. Are you ready for some meat?
Yes. Let's go.
Meat. Yeah. Coming up, Carlie meets her match.
Like a Ferris wheel of ribs.
And later, will disaster strike when she cooks for hundreds?
Well, we're down to the wire right now. We got to get it done.
Carlie's friends know she's an awful cook,
You don't want to be around here when she's cooking.
but she really wants to learn. We started off with a little something sweet,
It was heaven in a dish.
and now we're moving to Carlie's other favorite, meat. Carlie, I know how much you love meat, and I know in particular that you're a rib-eating champion. So I brought you here to Buster Rhinos, who make house-smoked ribs. So you get to learn how to make the ribs, and then, of course, taste them.
Awesome.
So Carlie, today you're gonna be learning how to do Southern barbecue.
Fantastic.
So these are back ribs. The first thing you'll notice on a back of ribs is you have this membrane. It's actually impermeable. You can't get any flavor through it at all. There's nothing that can do, so you wanna pull that off. And the easiest way to pull that off is to put a fork under the membrane like that, stick your finger in, and then just pull. It's very, very easy to do.
I'm used to seeing ribs cooked. The rawness threw me off a little bit.
Now we're gonna put a rub on. You have to put something on your ribs to make rub stick. So we just use plain yellow mustard. Now we're gonna take our dry rub, and you're gonna put a lot on.
Drench it.
Yep.
Once the ribs were all done up, they actually looked really good. Looked like you could eat them right away.
Carlie, bring them this way. And what we're gonna do is now we're gonna put these on. And these will cook for around 3.5 hours.
Wow, it's like a Ferris wheel of ribs.
Yes. So now what we'll do is we'll close the door, and this will keep it at a very even 225 degrees throughout the entire cook.
I know that's gonna be worth the wait of 3.5 hours because these ribs look unreal.
If you wanna open up the smoker, go ahead.
Ooh, they look fantastic. I'm very excited to try this.
Wow, look at that. Yeah, she's getting the hang of
Yes,
it.
she is. She's actually doing very well.
See?
Well, just give a hungry girl a knife with the ribs.
Okay, so Carlie, I know you like to taste, but before we do that, I think what we should have is an active tasting competition with you taking on Barbecue Naz. Come on out here.
I hear you like ribs.
This is my competition. I was actually shaking in my shoes. The guy looks like he knows what he's doing.
You ready?
Well,
I guess so.
ladies and gentlemen, the man or lady who eats more ribs in 10 minutes is the undisputed champion. 1, 2, 3, eat. Come on, Carlie.
Ever hear the story about how the turtle wins the race?
I can eat a turtle, too.
Come on, Carlie. How are you doing?
I got more coming. Can you massage my stomach there, Daryl?
Come on.
I think
I am starting to
I think
sweat.
barbecue Naz is getting the meat sweats.
I think so.
Naz looks like he's peaking at the wrong time.
How is she doing this?
It's all about the slow and steady.
These are unreal.
All of a sudden, Carlie was wolfing down the ribs to the point we totally lost count. 3, 2, 1. Drop your pork. I think Naz is ahead, but we need a recount.
Naz has 26 bones. Now we're gonna count Carlie's. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Carlie has 30 bones.
All right, so Carlie, I'm gonna give you a chance to digest, but now we're gonna go back home, back to your kitchen, do a little more cooking together. It will be a little bit more meat, but not quite as much.
Okay, sounds good. Beating barbecue Naz, I don't know what else I couldn't do now.
Carlie, so how did that feel to beat that guy?
I shocked myself completely.
You shocked me, never mind yourself. Okay, so we're now gonna give you that barbecue feeling by making a little oven-baked barbecue pork chop with a sauteed butternut squash. So first I'm gonna pour some olive oil over these beautiful pork chops. And then we're gonna give it a nice rub down with the Buster Rhino's spice rub. And you're gonna do both sides.
Okay.
So these are ready to go in the oven. I've got a nice baking sheet in here. So bring these guys over.
Oh, that does sound
See the sizzling? Okay, while those are cooking at 375 for about 12 minutes, let's have some fun with squash. A lot of people try to use a knife to peel the squash. The easy way is to use a peeler. So give that a try and we'll chop up the squash into cubes. First step in sauteing, we're gonna heat up some oil. When it's nice and hot, we're gonna add the squash, some ginger, and some sage. This is something you can graduate to. The tossing or sauteing really keeps the heat going and it keeps all of these things cooking evenly.
Oh, okay.
Squash in my belly. Beautiful. Okay, now let's check out our chops. Oh, look at that barbecue goldy color
Yeah,
you
it
get.
looks delicious.
Coming up, Carlie gets into trouble while preparing dessert for hundreds. This has to go bye-bye. And later, will her attempt at a dinner party end up in a dining disaster?
Christine, help.
Carlie has taken a lot of ribbing for her cooking,
Carlie is a disastrous cook.
but with a little bit of sweet
It's heaven in a dish.
and a little bit of meat,
Carlie's a big fan of meat, absolutely.
I've helped her take a big bite out of her culinary fears.
These are unreal.
And now I'm showing Carlie another tasty meat dish, oven-baked barbecue pork chops. See how that's firm, but it still has a little bit of give. It's not firm like this. This, that's meat cooked, right?
Oh, good to know.
Okay. Time to taste, Carlie.
I think so. The pork chops were so delicious, they didn't even need hot sauce. That's really good. They were perfect on their own.
So, Carlie, I think that my cooking is definitely rubbing off on you, which is a great thing. We've had a lot of fun. I think it's time to kind of elevate things a bit. So how do you feel about cooking in a high-end restaurant for lots of people?
As long as those people are okay with it.
That I don't know. What Carlie doesn't know is that the high-end restaurant is actually the Platinum Club at the Air Canada Centre. Carlie's cooking for a charity event for over 100 people. Carlie, I guess you're wondering why we're here and why you're standing in front of the Air Canada Centre.
It's a good question.
Are you ready to cook 100 high-end desserts?
Sure. That kitchen was probably the most overwhelming kitchen I've ever been to in my life. I saw all these other chefs running around, trying to get things done, and I thought that I had absolutely no hope.
I want to introduce you to the chefs. Here is Executive Chef Robert.
Hey, Carlie.
And Executive Chef Chris. This is Carlie.
We got 100 people in for dinner. We're doing a 5-course menu, and you're going to do dessert for us. Chris, what do they got to make?
We already made the blackberry cheesecake, but you do have to make the ice cream from scratch. It's a honey ice cream with vanilla beans. And we have our sesame tuile torch, little blackberry coulis that's going to go on there. Ice cream's a little tricky. You better get cracking.
And this is the way you want the plate to look?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Carlie, so we got to get going because there really isn't a whole lot of time. So read the recipe and see what it says first.
Beat together egg yolks and honey in a bowl.
Okay, this is how you separate an egg. Crack it in half. Use one of your hands to strain out the egg white while keeping the yolk intact. 24 like that.
It's messy, Christine.
But you see all that egg white?
Yeah.
We don't want that egg white. Oh. So we're about 5 eggs into it, and there's so much egg white in the yolk bowl, I have to toss the whole thing. Give it another go. Any egg whites in the bowl, and we're gonna end up with scrambled egg soup when we add it to the hot cream. Next step, I'm gonna get the pot of cream and milk going. While I'm doing that, why don't you whisk the honey and the egg yolks? Now you're gonna pour yours into this.
Okay, well, you
slowly,
stir?
yeah, I'm gonna stir. And let's pray there won't be any scrambled eggs. So now what I need you to do, you're gonna split 2 vanilla beans for me. Perfect. And what we eventually want is this custard to be thick enough to coat the back of the spoon. So let me show you.
Really?
See that?
Yeah.
See how it's just running right now?
Yeah.
It needs to be able to coat the back of that spoon. And it's just not thickening as quickly as I want it. This custard is taking forever. I mean, it's already been on here for a half hour. I don't know why the heck it's not thickening already. It's not quite there.
Heads up, we're about 10 minutes behind right now.
Okay.
Okay.
That's really good to know because I think we're about 30 minutes behind. The custard is not thickening as quickly as I'd like it to, so I'm going to take a few steps.
Hey, I don't want to have to jump in here, okay?
I need 20 more minutes.
Okay, 20 more minutes.
Okay.
It seems to still be running.
It's feeling like the right texture to me. Still a little bit loose, but I'd rather err on being a slight bit lighter because if we keep going...
Scrambled eggs.
Okay, let's just pour the custard through the strainer just in case. Oh! Oh my God. Do you see that?
Yeah, it's not good.
Okay, so what that is, remember that egg white that you hadn't pulled out of there?
Yeah.
So that egg white is that protein. It's stuck to the bottom. But when I look through here, this appears to be okay. Like, cross our fingers, because that's why you always strain it. Okay, now let's get it to the ice cream machine. Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah,
Look
it's
at
looking
it.
more like ice cream.
So wait a minute. This is your ice cream making debut.
I know.
So I just wanted you to feel the moment.
When I taste it in my belly,
Okay.
I'll feel the moment.
Press that button to auto. Now we're gonna make the tweel. Remember that cookie that's shaped like a torch? Okay, so take a little bit on the back of your spoon, and you're gonna fill all those nooks and crannies, just like that.
So how are we doing?
The ice cream's in the machine. It's going well. We got about 8 more minutes left.
Well, we're down to the wire right now. We got to get it done. Can I speak with you for a second?
Okay, and keep going, Carlie. Keep going on those.
The last course is going out right now.
We haven't even baked any, we haven't baked a single batch of twills yet.
Dessert has to be out there in 20 minutes or less.
Or less, okay. And we haven't even, Carlie struggled with making the custard base for our handmade ice cream, and the chef came in and let us know we're way behind. We've got 20 minutes to get the dessert out. Okay, I'm gonna start putting these in, Carlie, okay? We've really gotta pick up the pace. Okay, Carlie, sorry, the ice cream's ready to come out. Come over here. Let's get the chef's cheesecake out of the fridge and onto the plates.
How you guys coming along?
Good, how's it going?
We've had an awesome night so far tonight. So all we need is the ice cream on the plate,
Okay.
and then we're good to go. Ice cream, let's go.
Let's go, bring the ice cream. This ice cream is sweet. And you know what? It's the perfect thing for Carlie because she loves ice cream. And now the fact that she's made it from beginning to end, she can't get over how amazing it is. Pick up, these are good.
I was so busy scooping and looking down that I didn't even notice that people were taking them out to the restaurant patrons. Christine and I went out and peeked at what people were eating, and everyone was loving the dessert. I actually couldn't believe it.
Those people are eating your ice cream that you handmade. You see all the plates coming out clean?
Yeah, empty plates.
Carlie really impressed me with her skills making and serving all those desserts. Now let's just hope she can prove herself a champ in her own kitchen. Carlie, now it's time to take all that confidence, everything you've learned, and put it to use because you are gonna have your debut solo cooking performance in this kitchen. You'll be making an oven-baked veal chop with sauteed asparagus. You have 1 hour, and this is gonna be the best dinner you've ever made.
Preheat pan, bottom rack. I'm a little nervous. Cooking for family and friends is gonna be tough. I realize I have been doing a lot of things completely wrong.
Okay, so you're good. I'm gonna go grab a coffee.
Can I join you?
No, you're cooking. How's that?
That looks great.
That looks great.
Saute until tender crisp. Christine, help.
Okay, so what's going on now?
I don't know what to do with the asparagus.
So sauteing, remember what you did with the squash?
Yes.
Same process. Uh-oh.
Bob, can you get the door?
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Bob.
Good to see you.
Yeah. You didn't miss a single spear.
The fire alarm hasn't gone off. That's good. We have run out. I don't see any hot sauce on the table.
That feels good.
Yeah. Now we'll let it rest for 5 minutes.
Fingers crossed that the veal chops turn out okay and everyone loves it. I'm hoping that it will just blow their minds.
It's really, really good.
It's spectacular.
Yeah?
That's delicious.
Unbelievable. I don't even need hot sauce. This is a first.
It's a nice use of the spices, I must say.
Good. Carlie, this looks absolutely perfect. The presentation is fantastic.
Smells delicious. I love the spices on top. The rub's perfect. I'm speechless that I can't believe that I pulled that off. Not only did they love the meal, it looked great, it tasted fantastic. I'm happy.
For such a petite woman, Carlie totally loves her meat. Not only did she take down Barbecue Naz, but she learned some amazing cooking techniques. The veal chop she prepared was cooked to perfection. Her family and friends are going gaga over it. She really is a champion in the kitchen. Visit myviva.ca/fearlessinthekitchen.